Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we have something really exciting. For the longest time, I have been trying to film one of these for you guys, and it's finally all lined up. Where are we going, May?
We're going to the genuine Tomei powered shop.
In Japan.
In Japan!
With my Japanese wife.
With my
in a Japanese car.
That's
on a Japanese road. With Japanese Coke, which is made from sugarcane and none of that weird corn stuff. Now, in the world, there are two Tomeis. There's Tomei USA and Tomei Powered Japan. Two completely different companies and two completely different entities, and their parts are not made in the same place. Tomei Japan obviously manufactures and makes and designs pretty much all of their stuff locally here in Japan, as in Tomei USA, I'm not sure where they source their stuff, but we are close and friends with Tomei here in Japan, and we've got something very, very special because today they are testing one of their new engine packages on their engine dyno, and we're going to go check it out. So Tomei is officially opening the doors for us to see something that has not been filmed before. Woo! Let's go check it out. You seem really happy today. Why are you happy?
I did it.
You did what?
Big donuts.
Big donuts? Like
yeah.
big donuts?
Yeah,
with
big
counter
donuts.
steering?
With counter steering, and you weren't watching me, but I was doing the clutch and an e-brake.
Nice! Look at you go, killing it. Very proud of you. But I have one really important question.
Yeah.
What's that? Parents know. I guess you go through his breadstick.
It doesn't vibrate.
Whoa. So this is Tomei, and this is actually Up Garage right there. So if you go to the biggest Up Garage here in Machida, you can literally walk from Up Garage down the street to Tomei Powered. They are open to the public. They have a showroom upstairs. Just make sure you check on Google Maps when they're open. It's probably between 10 to 4 or 10 to 5. And you just go up these stairs, and you can buy any parts that you want yourself locally here in Japan from Tomei. Ooh. As you can see in their showroom, they have everything on display. And this is their 3.6 stroker kit for 2J. I'd like to try this one day and drift it and see what it's like. You get head gaskets here, valve covers, alternator adapters, turbos, everything. You get to see some cool stuff too on display. We are now back outside because we're walking around to the back room. You'll see, we'll go through that door there. But we always Salai-san. He speaks incredible English, so feel free to just bombard him. I'm joking. But also, he does speak English. But if you do need anything, talk to him. He'll sort you out. He's going to take us in and we're going to check out the engine dyno room. But just quickly, I want to remind you guys, if you want to get any Tomei parts from Japan, if you can't make it here to do it yourself, go to SAMMIT.net and place an order. We have a ton of stuff listed there now. If you see anything that you want that's not there, you can shoot us an email, and May and Chi-chan will be able to get you that order ASAP. Shipped from here in Japan at a cheap price, especially with the yen rate right now. Do it. And Black Friday sales are on right now as well. 20% off store-wide. Grab yourself some merch, grab yourself some Tomei parts for 20% off. It's a no-brainer. Let's go inside and have a look at what's going down. Starting off, we are at their warehouse, and you can see so many titanium exhaust kits, tons of cam kits. There's stuff everywhere. Look at this turbo suction hose for an EJ Subaru. Dude, this is so cool. Damn, all the different exhaust kits. Everything in stock, ready to go. Also their head studs, they stock a ton of ARP, D-Shuex injectors and stuff like that. Look at all their head gaskets. Everywhere, all in stock, ready to go. And their cams, look at this, RVs. We've got all the different series from Zenki, Koki, Chuki, and all that type of stuff here. Look at this, SR20. The SR20 needs a few more. I think it's a little low. Maybe make a few more. There's only like, 7 or so here. I love this P11. And then the P11 was the, the VE head, right? And then the 13s and everything's labeled. Mufflers. Dude, this is cool. You get lost here. Mufflers? Yeah, we're looking at the exhaust kits. Yeah. Titanium mufflers, muffler kits or exhaust kits. Yeah, so cool.
Feel free, if you don't see anything that Sam didn't say,
and
we can website, we can help you out.
Yeah, we can help you guys out.
Don't be shy and ask us on email. We'll reply to you. Yep,
100%. The warehouse also is where they do a lot of their preliminary kind of engine work. I think I said that word right, but they've got ovens here, and you can actually see this is at 210 degrees right now. There's a bunch of heat radiating off it. There's an SR head in there. They bring it up to temperature so that everything expands that tiny bit so they can smash out the valve stem seats.
My dream come true.
What?
So Sawai-san, I've always wanted to do this. We put pancake mix in.
No, stop it. Oh my gosh, man. So the main thing they use this oven for is so they can take those valve guides out and replace them with brand new ones. They're super cool. They also can do these too, which is new seats for your valves. So all of that kind of has to happen when everything expands that tiny bit, so that when it cools down, it shrinks and kind of locks everything in place. And they have another oven there too. It does the same thing. That's at 202 degrees right now, so something's in there. But what I always like doing is looking at all the block stuff. So this is obviously an RB block, another RB block, and this has got their torque plate on here, so it'll get honed out so that everything is torqued to spec as if there's a head on there. And that means when everything's bored out and the head's then torqued down on top of it, it's in the same spec as what it should be, you know, under load. If that makes sense when you're running the engine. Previously, some shops sometimes don't even machine or bore out their blocks with that torque head on there, the torque kind of block that you see there. And that's actually a big no-no, because then you'll have distortion when your block is all torqued down and it won't be perfectly round. 26 block, crank, SR block. These look like L series blocks, super cool. There's a bunch of cool stuff here. They're always working on stuff. RB26 head, dang. These are, see if they're still in there. See that little shiny circle thing in there? That's tons of fuel pressure regulators, L size and S size, and then lots of D-Schwex injectors. Oh, Denso's injects too, nice. And then this is where a lot of cool stuff happens. You guys polishing, I think, retainer clips. As you can see, there's a ton of engine stuff. You can also barely hear the engine running. 1JZ. Oh, that's cool. The little timing light. Gauge there, and he's tuning every cell by cell and holding it certain RPMs. $6,000. Dude, that 25 sounds sick. So this is the engine they're currently working on, 25 Neo 6. Dude, the TPS that's retrofitted to that is sick. Running at 7,500. This is Tomita-san. He just got a whole lot louder. He discussed, he wants it. Dude, it sounds so mean. Look how red it is. Oh, she's been running hot. Damn. So is this their new top secret turbo? Turbo and outlet pipe. Wow, it's cast. It looks so good. Oh man, that's exciting. Dang. This thing is so cool. I'm gonna move around a little. Wow, the cold air in here is actually really nice. So RB25 Neo 6, obviously. It's really cool how this whole system runs, but this is the oil cooler, and you can see the steam coming off it, and the pipes kind of loop around and go into the engine. So that's literally cooling and keeping the oil at a temperature, and they've got an external filter there. And then the coolant obviously is getting pumped out of the engine, goes through these hoses into this big thing where there's water running through a radiator, as you can see there. And they can really control the temperature well there. And this is super awesome because this is their fuel setup. Now, this is just like an S13 fuel hat in a surge tank kind of deal. It's really interesting. And then this is like an external pump. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but like, it's just really cool to see how it all works. Oh, there it is. Wait, what's that? I don't know what that is. Maybe that's just a second pump in case they need it. But yeah, that goes to a tank outside. Oh, the cold air that's being pumped in down there, and that comes up from outside. But yeah, I just love it. They're running an old Haltech Platinum Sport, like Circuit Sport, and then they've got a Z32 transmission with an adapter plate bolted up, and then that's the dyno, the thing that kind of introduces load and everything there, with the world's smallest drive shaft. And I think it just stays in 4th gear. Like, I think what I love about this the most is they still put their shift knob on it. Very cool. And obviously, this thing, I don't know what's inside it, but somehow it's introducing load, and there'll probably be some big kind of wheel kind of thing in there. Very cool. It's simple, but also effective. This is cool. This is their knock microphone. So this microphone sits in this chamber, and then this connects to the block there by the looks of it. And that way they can hear the vibration coming in through this microphone, and they can really tell if there's any weird sounds or engine knock happening inside the engine. Something that I've never really seen before, but it makes a lot of sense. And that's why they're wearing headphones over there. Super cool. Something I forgot to show you is this is their intercooler here too. So the intercooler sits inside a water tank as well, and they're pumping water through this.
That's cute.
And if you can have a quick peek in there, you can see the water pumps through the intercooler to keep that at a regulated temperature as well. Very cool. It's like...
The intercooler you were touching yesterday was like this one.
Yeah, now that's huge. Now, what we saw over there is this little camera, and that shows the engine timing at all times with this timing light. So they can see from the camera in there if anything weird's going on and if everything's where it should be. And then that's their boost controller. So simple and cool. I want one of these. Just to play with. I just noticed this, and this is freaking sick. Advent Onis 33 sedan. What is this abomination, but still just amazing car?
1996.
1996. Look at the Recaro, 4 of them too. I'm so confused. Did they start with a Stagia, or did they just chop it and cut it and make it work? Dude, it gets so quiet the moment that closes. Yeah. Insanely cool. Yeah. Is it Sun base? 2-door? 2-door base. So it was a 2-door base that they cut up and made it work.
Come on!
That's so cool. It's cool. I don't know if I like it though. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think, because I don't know. There are so many more engines and stuff like this around in this room that we're going to show you in a little bit. But before we do, I want to remind you that more than ever, we need your help and your support to let the YouTube algorithm know that you love this content. Hit the like button, write us a comment, and subscribe. Let's get that golden plaque, baby, and let's check out some more engine stuff. So this is their 1JZ, which is next for the engine dyno later on after they finish with the 25. And they've been going through and renewing a lot of their, old packages and turbo kits. So that's why the 25's been tested now. But the 1J with a brand new stock position, stock flange and everything, manifold that sounds as good as the stock one is here, plus the turbo elbow. So not only have they refreshed the exhaust manifold and the turbo elbow, but obviously the turbos as well. And just talking with Tomita-san, he was saying that the new turbo, the power curve is very different. They're focused more on response and down low performance, which is awesome. And then with the 1J, we're obviously not sure yet because this hasn't been on the engine dyno, but seeing this turbo elbow outlet kind of dump pipe that comes off here, it's going to flow a lot better than the stock one, that's for sure. I'm really excited to see how that performs because that looks like a ton of room and space, just like I can pretty much fit my entire hand inside there, so that's a win. But yeah, the manifold is also really exciting. That thing looks baller. Definitely want to get that for my car. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Can I get one of those? Yeah, and just swipe the card. Can we buy these now? The exhaust manifold? Yes. They're available right now? Yeah. All right, guys, SAMMIT.net, place your orders. 20% off, Black Friday sale. Yes. But the turbo elbow outlets, not yet, right?
Next year.
Next year? Yeah, so probably like around Tokyo Auto Salon time. Cool. Keep an eye out for those. Those are going to be a game changer. I've said this before, but back in the old days, working in the driveway, when we put the turbo elbow on my car, the difference was so great that we had to go retune the whole car. It pissed off the factory ECU. We had to put a link on it and everything because it flowed so much because it was just such a difference. I love how just in all these benches, there's engines hiding under them. Super cool. S13 looks like a fresh turbo there, and there's an RB oil pan there. This car. He said he's gonna pull it out. It's on a cart. Oh man. And this is the new turbo. Is this the new one? Wow, dude, it looks big. Looks nice. And look, in the new turbo elbow. So they're not just doing the RBs and the JZs, but the SRs are getting new life too. Very cool. Are you working on a new exhaust manifold as well, or is it still stainless, the piping one?
Please wait.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm always excited about new SR stuff coming, so that's really cool. And then look at the beautiful stainless cast downpipe as well. That is exciting, man. Dude, I love it. So good how technology's gotten so good with casts that you can do stuff like this now. And that solves the issue of cracking because SRs vibrate and move so much. And these always crack, always. So it's really cool to see it stainless and cast. Also, just seeing more parts for SRs is good. Love it. 13 motor too. The flat top. What did you just say this was, May?
Like the bone for the dogs.
I mean, that's hilarious, but I thought it looked more like a bow tie. But this is from a long time ago. They used to make these. You don't make these anymore, right? Moskurunai? One off? Moskurunai. This is for a Subaru engine, and this is an intake manifold. Very cool. Look at the Tomei logo. How long ago was this made? 何年作った? 昔. Very far. Oh, like 15 years? Wow. Super cool. It looks great. Looks like a bone. Everywhere I look here is just, what turbo did that come off? So many cool things. This engine here I first thought was the GTR VR38, but it's a VR30 from the new Z, the Z34. I just noticed there's no ports traditionally like you would typically see. It's just the one single port and everything's inside. And you're starting to see this on a lot of new engines. The port's a little different on both sides, but that makes it easier for making exhaust manifolds to adapt twin turbo kits to, but also it's just interesting to see. I haven't seen one of these pulled apart yet, so this is a real treat for me. It's very cool. Damn, there's so much space for activities down in here. I'd hate to have to change a knock sensor on one of these later.
Oh, this is the thing.
Very cool.
When we went to the Nissan headquarters, the plastic thingy rotating, that's the real
Yeah, but that's the VR38. This is a VR30. What kind of injectors? Is it direct injection? Or is it's direct? Straight into the chamber, so that's that then. Interesting. So I think a lot of people just block those off and move to a traditional one with the intake manifold, but very cool. They've got their new twin turbos here for a 26 on the table. And then look at this. This is their new outlet for the 4G63 for the Evo motors. So they're refreshing everything with new cast stainless technology. Love that. They've got their display Subaru engine here. I think these all just came back from Auto Salon in Malaysia. They had these all brought over for that event over there. EJ26, the cutaway. Very cool to see because you can see the combustion chamber and the piston and the valve and everything. And then this is their display engine too, the Genesis RB26. You can still order these brand new from them in a crate engine. There is a big weight because they obviously make them all here, which you'll see in a little bit. But that's got their new exhaust manifold kit as well on there with their twins. Thank you so much. Their new dumps too, all stainless. So good. Look at the proximity between that front compressor housing and that. Using every bit of space they can. So good. And there's just more. There's more. Look, more Subaru stuff. There's the FA20. They've got another RB26 here. This one too. VR38. Dude, that is so much bigger than the VR30. Wow, I didn't notice they were so much bigger. It makes sense. More stroke, longer, taller engine. Wow, seeing them next to each other like that, very big difference. And obviously, this still has the individual ports for each side. Very interesting how these manifolds work. And put the turbo back here in this space. Super cool. I was just giving May a little bit of a Subaru lesson about how long their timing belts are, and Tomei-san comes over and goes, "Look at this bad boy. It's huge." Wait, is it as tall as you? Hold it up. Oh, okay, yeah.
Probably can fit 3 people.
That's like at least 1.5 meters. Yeah, that's massive. And that's purely just because everything's sideways, so it's going to go up, around, and over there and stuff.
Wow.
Very cool, right?
Things are here.
I love it how we can show you this kind of stuff in the cutaway so you can better understand it. So there's like the valve guide,
Whoever
the
cut
spring.
this is genius. I think, did you cut?
No,
Oh, he did it.
Oh,
Wow.
got the staff to do it. That's crazy. By hand?
プライスバンで
Oh, what, sorry?
プライスでカットする
Flies.
Flies.
It's like a machine that you go, I think. It's like a laser cutting, I think.
Oh, like water? Is it?
エンドミルで
Ah, on the mill. Oh, okay. Oh, the mill inside here.
隣で
Oh, so they just shaved it off and kept going at it bit by bit by bit with like a Bridgeport
That's
mill,
impressive.
right?
Yeah. That's
Wow,
impressive.
that is very impressive. I've seen people do this with like water cutting, like high pressure water, but that would cut directly through everything.
Yeah.
So that's
You
actually
gotta
really
keep
cool.
Stuff inside, so.
Very cool. Oh wow, the timing belt retainer is a Tomei part. I still have never worked on a engine, so... Oh no, sorry. I've still never worked on a Subaru engine, so this is actually really interesting for me.
The amount of nipples and everything come out.
Of course you would say that. Get your mind out of the gutter.
What?
Fire extinguishers on cue, ready to go. There's another whole stack of them next to the engine room, dyno room over there too.
Ask Tomei-san if you ever had to use it.
Have you ever had to use inside?
の動きもあるから大丈夫だよ
今まで使わないといけないかった場面は。
あまだない
Oh.
Not yet. That's good.
Good. If you put Sam in there.
Oh, it'll 100% catch on fire. Keep the parts cleaner away from me, always. Always something happens. All right, we're going into the next room. Flames are prohibited because this is the cleaning room, I think. So there's a lot of cleaning chemicals. Let's go. Dude, I want these parts washers so bad. Everything here. And the big oven. But this is where it gets really cool.
The smell.
Yeah, the machining smell. In this room is where they do all the porting on heads for custom engines, for like the Genesis engines. But these are all their machines for making the cams. And then this is, I thought it would maybe a Bridgeport, but this is a Shizuoka mill. So this is what they did the cutaway on that engine with. Very cool. This is actually fairly new. This is a brand new unit they've got here. And then you can see a lot of cams around here. They've obviously got their lathes and everything too. Oh, that's cool. That's their surfacer. So that's where like you'd surface flywheels and stuff. Very cool. Over here we get to see some blank cams. Oh, this is one of their older mills, I think. Dude, look at this. What? The little joystick? So cool. Things get very cool. Look at all the blank cams. So see how the lobes are not machined yet? And the only thing that's been machined is like the journals. So these are gonna get all put in the machine and turned into a fresh cam that then gets shipped out to one of you guys that places an order for it. And you can see here, more raw cams all lined up and they'll end up going in this machine. It's so cool to see that that gets turned down. And obviously these raw cams could become any different size, right? So, you know, it could be a pond cam, it could be a pro cam. You can see right now, this machine is working on RB26 260 intake cam. Very cool. Dude, that's so... This machine's their old one, right? This is the Furiatsu desu yone. Yeah, this is the old one. So this still does L series. This still has the profile for doing the old L series cams. You can see, she's been here a while. I'd probably call this the Titanic in here. This thing's big, heavy, and old. I love it. Oh man, the old badges too. Look at the old Mazda badge. That's cool. Yeah, bunch of cams over here too. Ones that are either raw or getting worked on, or freshly finished ones. They all get tested and checked. Another lathe. So much happens here. More raw cams ready to get machined. Very cool. All the ventilation here is pretty sick too. Wow. I love this. Let's keep going.
And then we gotta film the promo.
This next room is where it's super cool. So this is their assembly room. The temperature, you can instantly feel the difference, right? It's like perfect room temperature.
Yeah.
So this stays at this temperature non-stop because they're going through and building engines. So you can see everything's getting laid out. This engine looks kind of crazy. I wonder what that's from. Is that an oil pan? Like a dry sump oil pan? Very cool. One other cool thing too is this is Mal. And if you look at these eyes look very similar to these eyes because that's his dad. Oh, look, it's Kuni-san.
これ山下さん。
Yamashita-san, yeah. And Nomuken. There's some memorabilia here. It's cool to just look at all this stuff. SR stuff. Man, so many cool tools. I've borrowed bolts from this, flywheel bolts from my RB25 from there. SR head, SR block. So this is probably getting machined. And oh no, this is actually probably going to be getting assembled soon. Probably just like polymer things. I feel like I'm not saying that word right. I love all their trays. They have specific trays for each engine they're working on. So all like the lifters and shims and stuff all go in there and never get lost. I need that. I need to find someone that makes them or has them and buy them. Maybe Yahoo. Very cool. SR oil pan.
We almost lost all the orders of those because
oh yeah,
Yugo came.
Yeah, Yugo came and like shook the thing and all of them fell over, all like the shims and stuff. Luckily we numbered them all too, so no problem. This press is freaking awesome. I wish I had one like this. These are great. But what's more valuable than a press are all the little tiny different types of things there. It takes so long to collect the right ones of those. If you know, you know. Dude, so cool. What is this engine? This is some kind of crazy oil pan.
This is what you need on your K car.
Yeah, no. This is like a dry sump. Like, look at the port here. Dry sump oil pan or something. Some crazy engine. Wait, is this it here? This looks like it here. I'm trying to see if there's an engine number. 8124. Not sure, but the head gasket looks wild.
Wow.
What is this? Dude, the domes and the pistons. Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. What is this? Is there an engine number somewhere? Nothing. If anyone knows what this is, let me know. I don't know, because this, I mean, maybe it's a L series, but if this is an aftermarket dry sump kind of setup for it, I have no idea. Very cool though. Look at all the different gears for the timing in there. That front cover. Maybe it's an L series. I have no idea though. Now we're moving into their little machinery corner. I know we're just in a machine room, but this is where they do a lot of their dirty stuff. So like their dirty room, testing, making exhausts and all that type of stuff. They have cars that they're testing, like, ooh, new Z, new exhausts, different types of exhausts to test. Very cool. It's a nice, beautiful red on this. Bunch of titanium exhaust, dude. And just look at all the different test kits everywhere that they've tested and jigs and everything. So they'll design and come up with everything here and then test it, make sure it's good, make a jig, and then it'll go to like their manufacturing plant and stuff. And all the exhausts will get machined there. So cool, man. Dude, awesome. Nice crown too. Oh, has this got the new Tomei exhaust on it? Love that. Dude, so cool. Very nice.
Wow.
Oh, there's some kind of transmission here that I just noticed that I'm very curious in. What kind of trans is that? Is this sequential Skylines maybe? For a GTR. Huh. That's been made rear-wheel drive. Yeah, the side axle's been taken off. Oh, interesting. And then they've got this crown. This thing's cool. I think this has all their new parts in it, right? Yep. Dude, so cool. The blue engine.
New turbo.
New turbo.
Yes.
Brand new turbo.
Yeah.
Can barely see it down there, but it's there. Dude, this looks clean. The
So
blue
clean.
covers look great too. Very nice. When I saw this last, when we picked up my stuff for my 1J, this was all apart. So they're finished. It looks great. And it's got the little Tomei fuel pressure regulator
Yeah.
too.
Yep.
Very cool. Actually, I need one of those for my car, fuel pressure regulator. Hey, what computer's on this? Link?
Link.
Yeah, it's on a Link.
Yes.
Very nice. 何馬力ですか?
400
400,
ちょいちょい
around 400. Nice. That's good. I can't show you right now, but behind these two doors is their all-wheel drive dyno. Super cool. One day we are hoping to actually have access to it, being that this place is literally across the road from where our shop is. It needs maintenance right now. It's not working, so that's why it's not being used, but it should be getting fixed soon this year, and then maybe we'll be able to use it. I feel like every car guy likes to look at other car people's trash and find treasures. So first I saw this GT Undercool and I was like, dude, win. But this has a hole in there, so that's why it's in the trash. But then I noticed all of this stuff. There's all these different cam gear wheels and stuff in here, and this just seems like such a waste. So I think I'm gonna take these and put them on display in the merch room. So this would be awesome. Dang. And then these two cars are really cool because this is the new 35 GTR that has a Tomei livery. And then this one is their old D1 GP Competition Mark II with a full 3.6 liter in here. I'm just gonna show you a little bit of it. I'm not gonna ask them to unwrap the car. Ooh, look at that bad boy. 3.6 liter Mark II hiding in there. Very nice car. I'd love to drive that one day. Next year, right, FD?
Yeah.
We'll use this car? What? The guys are back from lunch and they're already getting into porting a head on the bench over there. You can kind of see through there. And then he's working on chamfering all the edges on these cams. So cool, and the ventilation is there so it sucks all the little bits in and doesn't get around in like your lungs and stuff like that. Very cool.